So to follow up my last video from 2017 here, if you missed it, we're going to do a why 2018 is the best year to join the military. What is up, guys? You're tuning in to Nikki MGTV for another military video for all your military video needs. As always, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below. We have a live stream every Friday, 7 p.m. California time, where I answer your questions live. And we also have a Patreon link down below where you can donate as little as $1 and help the channel grow. We appreciate it. Thank you. Also, thanks to this guy right here, his monthly shout out, donating $1. I made a video earlier this year saying why 2017 is going to be the best year to join the military. And I want to make a continuation video because a lot of the points from that have actually evolved into what I said they would be or what is actually happening. And we're actually seeing where the rubber meets the road. Saw a increase in manning. That's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a lot of people trying to get people to stay in the military. We're seeing more job openings, and there's a lot more people being able to join the military because of the fact that we are trying to maintain people. There's been two things that have made this really evident, and the first one was that we changed the higher tenure date for the military, meaning you can stay in longer even as a lower rank. So now if you're E4, you stay in 10 years max, and then E5 you stay up to 16, and then as always E6 was 20 years. But before, those were 2 years shorter for E4 and E5. So that means that you can honestly stay in pretty long without making rank. But we need those kinds of people because, trust me, the unit or the organizational integrity of being able to carry on or understand the mission and understand what we're working on, and to hire somebody new to go do that job can actually cost a lot of money. So having these people allowed to stay in can actually be a good thing. The other thing is that the Chief of Naval Operations recently kinked any early out type stuff, any programs allowing sailors to get out earlier. This is because we needed more people. And so if you're already in and you're looking to get out of the military now, that's kind of bad for you. But the people that are in that are wanting to stay in are going to have enjoyment knowing the fact that they have some kind of job security. Whereas like I joined in 2009 where a lot of this stuff was kind of shaving down or trimming down the military, where we were cutting people back. There were boards and stuff where people were getting kicked out at 12 years, 9 years, and they'd already pretty much planned on staying in the military 20 years. So seeing this beat back up is actually kind of nice. I feel like the military is kind of going back to how it was when I originally first joined, and we're just seeing that these benefits and these feeling of value back to sailor is actually coming full circle. Now we're seeing that females are able to really go anywhere. I've heard of some of you females having subcontracts even so far. So we are making leaps and bounds by what we're doing in that field of expanding our diversity in the fleet. We're seeing that all this stuff is kind of coming into action, and it's already been in the talks when I first was coming in the first couple years, but to see it progress so fast, it's just pretty crazy to hear from you guys and also see it reflected in the fleet. So it's awesome being able to see that people are everywhere and that there's no limitations. So a lot of you guys write me asking me, hey, do females go here or do females go there? You can literally at this point, from what I've seen, pretty much go anywhere. So I wouldn't mark anything off your list of what you cannot do. There's really not many limitations anymore. Also, let's talk about the training. Training, I know we've had a lot of stuff happen in 7th Fleet this year, but we're revamping training. We're looking at sleep schedules. We're looking at stuff like that to improve quality of life of sailors. And we're looking at having more people stay in, because the more you have people in, and I said unity, integrity, and all that, it's going to help make sure that we are in a safer military. I know some of you guys hit me up and you're like, hey, I'm worried or whatever. And I can tell you this, from everything I've seen from the CNO to everybody down below, we're seeing a lot more increase in safety. We're looking at policies. We're looking at how we can make people accountable, how we can make sure everyone's training is up to date. And I think as much as it's very sad, I actually knew one of the sailors that passed away in one of the crashes. It's sad that had to happen, but at the same time, I'm happy that it wasn't for a bad cause, that people are actually taking it seriously. We're moving forward. We're actually looking at what we can do to make sure this stuff never happens again. And I really hope that you guys joining are going to be able to make sure that stuff doesn't ever happen again, and you guys take the training seriously. You know, always fight like you train. The last thing I want to touch base on is we are actually looking at reformatting how training in the military is going. And this is beneficial because what we're seeing is a lot of training was happening where some of the stuff wasn't very applicable to that person or where they were going to actually work at. So they're looking at making A school shorter so you can get out to the fleet faster. While that may not sound good for you, I would like to say that more training is always better. But a lot of times, if you don't use it, you lose it. So what we're noticing now is that we're trying to shave down, make more effective training. That way you guys are able to perform the specific job that you're going to. The other thing is they're looking at ways in which we can actually move training to the fact where if you're a corpsman, you're not stuck in only doing corpsman stuff. How there's possibilities for you to cross over to other stuff. Or if you're at AZ or any other job, it's just kind of cool that you're seeing new opportunities. So that way you're not always stuck in that one job, or you might be able to find a little area in which you can train and kind of not work in your traditional rate. The other thing is we've seen huge changes to the fitness standards. People are very hypercritical of that, but I gotta tell you guys this. The one thing you have to understand is that the military has a select population it has to be able to pull from. And I know a lot of you guys have heard that there's only 1% of people that are able to join. And I have to let you know this also, is we can blame the military for changing their standards or whatever, but the reality is the more strenuous the selection process is from our 1%, that can actually make difficulties or strains on the fleet. So sometimes you have to change fire, redirect, and realize that you are given a certain population. So this is not just a Navy population issue, Army, Air Force, whatever, or military in general. This is actually a U.S. problem with weight and stuff like that. So before I want to go into blaming the military for that stuff, we have to realize it is a population issue. We are a more heavy set population. But to get to why this is a benefit for 2018 is the best year to join, it's the fact that realistically, a lot of you guys are going to be more prepared because we came out with a new fitness rule before you went to boot camp. You have to do a pre-fitness boot camp run, so that's going to make sure you guys are probably more successful. And also the fact that we are realizing that not all people are going to fit in a certain shape or size. So a lot of times you have somebody that won't be able to make the neck waist tape, but they make the waist tape. So I think we're realizing that there's more science to how we can project how the fleet should appear or look in fitness and standards and stuff like that. So yeah, it's becoming more of a possibility for you guys to join because we're starting to realize that not every body shape is going to be the same. So for you guys, I think that's a very good thing. As always, guys, if you guys have questions, you can hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, or down in the comments below. We have a live stream every Friday, 7 p.m. California time, where I answer your questions live. We also have a Patreon link down below where you can donate as little as $1 to help the channel grow. We appreciate it. Thank you. I love you guys.